Hello, my name is Simbiat and I'm a 300 level student of University of Lagos, Department of Industrial Relation and Human Resource Management. So today I'll be discussing on the course Business Information Technology. So under this course, I'm going to be discussing the topic information resources. So the learning objective for this course is information resources, database advantage, um, relational database, data warehouse, distributed database, and information management. So in this video, I'll be talking about information resources and advantages of database. So my other colleagues will be discussing the rest of the parts for this topic. So information resource, this is the data and information used by an organization, e.g. the database in which the customer purchase information. So information resource, under information resource we have three different type of information. We have structured information and we have unstructured information. We also have semi-structured information. So structured information, what do we mean by structured information? Structured information is highly organized and readily accessible through structured query language or other forms of search. It is most often housed in a relational database or in unstructured information. This is information that is not represented in such a form and is difficult for computers to understand. Yeah, e.g. your audio or your videos, your images and natural languages. Computers don't understand natural languages because unstructured information is so easy for humans to create. That's why it is abundant much of the world's the abundant much of the world's data. So much of the world's data, so what I'm basically trying to say is that much of the world's data is basically unstructured, because the method that we humans that's the method that we humans that's the method that is easier for us to adopt and use unstructured information. So now going to semi-structured, this is information that is not represented in such a form and is difficult for computers to understand. Yeah, e.g. your audio or your videos, your images and natural languages. Computers don't understand natural languages because unstructured information is so easy for humans to create. That's why it is abundant much of the world's it is the abundant much of the world's data. So much of the world's data, so what I'm basically trying to say is that much of the world's data is basically unstructured, because the method that we humans that's the method that we humans that's the method that is easier for us to adopt and use unstructured information. So now going to semi-structured information, this is data that does not conform to a data model but has some structure. This does not obey the tabular structure of data models associated with relational database or other forms of databases. So forms of databases, we have metadata. Metadata is a data that provides information about other data but not the contents of the data, summarizing basic information about the data. So now I'm going to be talking about quality of information. Your information must be accurate, your information must be precise, information must be complete, information must be consistent, and information must come on time. Timeliness, information must not be biased, and information must be duplicable, so duplication. So managing information through record, field and table.
Good afternoon. My name is Ayola Olajumoke from the Department of Employment Relations and Human Resource Management. Today I'll be talking about a subtopic under database and data warehousing. The topic for discussion is distributed database. A distributed database is a database that stores information across different centers all around the globe. It is also referred to as a data center. A distributed database is a network of computers connected through a single management system. It can also be hosted on a single server and or on a corporate intranet or extranet. The reasons why most organizations makes use of a distributed data is because of its flexibility and ability to accommodate any changes. It is fault tolerance, the security. It has a very good security in the sense that in case of any compromise on any one of the computers, it won't have an adverse effect on the rest of the computers because they are all independent. Not one of them is dependent on each other. The fifth one is that it reduces cost. The cost of maintaining a large computer is actually more expensive than that of a network of computers. It is transparent. Now I'm going to mention the functions of a distributed database. The function of a distributed database is that it enables recoverability of data. It also keeps tracks of data. That's the second one. The third one is that it makes use of a distributed query processing. What is a distributed query processing? Because the data are all scattered across different sites, it helps us to manage the queries or the complaints. The fourth one is that it replicates data management. The fifth one is that it makes use of catalog. So what are the advantages of a distributed database? The advantage is that it has a reliable transaction system because due to replication of database. Most organizations use various applications, but with distribution system, you can use the same data. Disadvantage is that the need for updating the data on every site can affect the data integrity. The second one is that the entire system can become unresponsive or slow if data is not properly distributed. Since all the computers are connected, that multi-connected under one server, across several sites under one server, it would appear to the end users like a single database. Thank you.
Action.
My name is Olaudina Abiola Semiat. I'm a student of University of Lagos, Department of Employment Relations and Human Resource Management. I would like to talk about relational database. A relational database is a way of structuring information in tables, rows, and columns. A relational database has the ability to establish links or relationship between information by joining tables, which make it easy to understand and gain insights about the relationship between various data points. Relational database needs to store information or data in a highly structured way. This enables faster indexing and query response times and makes the data more secure and consistent. A relational database system use a model that organizes data into tables of rows, which can also be called records, and columns, which can also be called attributes. Columns represent categories of data, while rows represent individual instances. Example of RDB are SQL, PostgreSQL, and etc. And we have relational database management system, and is a more secure and advanced subset of a database management system. Functions of relational database: they store large amounts of information or data as tables that are related to each other, and also they can access multiple data elements at the same time. They allow database normalization and support multiple users, support multiple security levels.
Good day. My name is Ogunoike Bukola. I'm from the Department of Employment Relations and Human Resource Management. Here to speak about data warehouse. Data warehouse in computing. A data warehouse, also known as an enterprise data warehouse, is a system used for reporting, data analysis, and is considered a core component of business intelligence. Data warehouse are solely intended to perform queries and analysis and often contain large amounts of historical data. The data within a data warehouse is usually derived from a wide range of sources such as application log files and transaction applications. Data may be structured, semi-structured, or unstructured. The evolution of warehouse. How did warehouse come about? Data warehouse. How did it come about? In 1960, Dartmouth and General Mills, in a joint research project, developed the terms dimensions and facts of data warehouse. In 1970, A. Nelson and Irie introduced dimensional data marts for retail sales. In 1983, Teradata Corporation introduced a database management system which is specifically designed for decision support. Data warehousing started in the late 1980s when IBM worker Paul Murphy and Barry Devlin developed the business data warehouse. However, the real concept was given by Imon Bill. He was considered as the father of data warehouse. There are different types of data warehouse. Enterprise data warehouse is a centralized warehouse. It provides decision support service across the enterprise and it also offers a unified approach for organizing and representing data. There's also operational data warehouse. These are nothing but data stored, required when needed. Neither data warehouse or OLTP system supports organizations' reporting needs. Data mart is a subset of data warehouse. It is specially designed for a particular area of business, such as sales and finance. Data warehouses are used in different areas of life. They are used in airlines, banking, healthcare, public sector, investments and insurance sector, retail chain, telecommunication and hospitality industry. Data warehouse is needed in every area of life, and it's simply because it helps in storing data and helps in analyzing the processes in different organizations in this century that we are in. Thank you very much.
My name is Joshua Adeyemo. I'm a student of the University of Lagos, Employment Relation and Human Resources Management Department. I will be discussing on the topic information management. Although company may set policy that all information resources are company owned, in practice, people often view these resources more protectively, even when compliance and security, though they might have access control. Although the integrated enterprise database is a critical resource, changes to support new features can be painfully slow. People want to get their job done as efficiently as possible. And sometimes the quick solution is for the information to be passed through the management. A broader strategy to address undying inconsistencies in the way people use data is master data information management. This effort attempts to achieve uniform definition for entities and their attributes all across the business unit, and it is especially important for all companies to get the information. The most successful effort at master data management focus mainly on key areas, which include the customers and the limited numbers of entities that are most important. Teams across the company need to identify the differences and find ways to resolve them. Data steward may then be assigned as watchdog and bridge builders to remind everyone about how information should be passed and how data should be defined. Another example of how human elements interact with information management involve databases without boundaries, in which people outside the enterprise enter and manage most of their record. These contributors feel strong. These contributors feel strong over the ownership over their record. A valuable lesson from the need to plan for high value, rapid growth, and potential abuse. In conclusion, top level management needs strategic information and insight from big data along with accurate enterprise-wide information needs. Operating units. All these may have reports on transactions that matches their operation, and they need information systems that are easily changed to support fast-moving business and their requirements.